Beloved, today God is speaking a simple but life-transforming word. Put it on. You didn't hear me put it on. In the Bible, Colossians 3:12-14 declares, "Put on therefore as the elect of God, holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long-suffering, and above all these things, put on charity, which is the bond of perfectness." Notice, this is not a suggestion, it's an instruction. God didn't say, wait until you feel like being kind. He said, put it on. That means before the day begins, before the phone rings, before the pressure comes, before the enemy tries to test your patience, you've already made up your mind. I'm dressed in kindness. I'm covered in love. Some of us walked in here today wearing worry. Some came dressed in offense. Some came clothed in disappointment because of what people said, what they did, or what didn't work out. But I hear the Spirit of the Lord saying, take that off and put on something better. You can't wear bitterness and love at the same time. You can't be clothed in anger and walk in peace. So today is a changing room moment. God is saying, exchange those old garments. Lay aside the weight. Take off the heaviness and put on kindness. Isaiah 61:3 says, He will give you the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. That means you don't have to stay dressed in what tried to break you. You can change your spiritual wardrobe. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a royal banquet. You've been invited by the King of Kings, but when you show up, you're wearing dirty, torn clothes. The king looks at you and says, that's not who you are anymore. I've prepared something better for you. Then he hands you a robe, clean, royal, full of honor. That robe represents love. It represents kindness. It represents your new identity. Church, you are not who you used to be. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are loved. So why keep wearing what doesn't match your calling? Somebody hurt you, but don't wear that hurt. Somebody lied on you, but don't wear that offense. Somebody walked away, but don't wear that rejection. Put on kindness anyway. Ephesians 4:31-32 says, let all bitterness, wrath, anger be put away from you, and be kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake hath forgiven you. Do you hear that? Put it away and put something else on. This is a divine exchange. Now let me tell you something powerful. Kindness is not weakness, it's warfare. When you choose kindness in a world full of hate, you are pushing back darkness. When you respond in love instead of anger, you confuse the enemy. He thought he had you trapped in offense, but you showed up dressed in grace. Jesus gave us the greatest example. On the cross, in pain, rejected, mocked, He still said, Father, forgive them. Luke 23:34. That is what it means to be clothed with love. That is what it means to walk in divine character. Let me bring it closer to home. When you leave this place and someone disrespects you, what are you wearing? When your family member gets on your nerves, what are you wearing? When life doesn't go your way, what are you wearing? Because whatever you wear is what you will release. If you wear anger, you'll release anger. If you wear bitterness, you'll release bitterness. But if you put on kindness, you'll release healing. If you clothe yourself in love, you'll release peace, favor, and breakthrough. Galatians 5:22 reminds us that kindness is a fruit of the Spirit. That means it's already inside you. You're not trying to get it, you're releasing it. When you stay connected to God, kindness flows naturally out of your life. And here's the blessing. What you put on determines what comes back to you. Luke 6:38 says, give and it shall be given unto you. When you give kindness, God will cause kindness to come back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Doors will open for you because of your spirit. Favor will locate you because of your attitude. People will go out of their way for you because you chose love when it wasn't easy. So I challenge you today, before you step into tomorrow, make a decision. I'm not leaving my house undressed spiritually. I'm putting on kindness. I'm wrapping myself in love. I'm covering my mind with peace. I'm guarding my heart with grace. Wake up in the morning and declare, today I will walk in kindness. Today I will respond in love. Today I will reflect the character of Christ. And as you do, chains will break. Relationships will be restored. Atmospheres will shift. Because when you are clothed with love, you don't just change your life, you change every room you walk into. Now, if you believe it, lift your voice and say, I'm putting it on. Say it again. I'm clothed in love. Amen.